So now I can fold on the line, and with this I will have a perfect pattern for my male native shirt. I'm folding on the 2 inches slant line. If your line is on a straight line, I promise you the result will not be friendly at all. The 2 sides will not align, the armhole also will not align. So this 2 inches is part of the front panel. We have moved the seam line away from the center of the shoulder. The idea of making the back panel longer than the front panel is to secure that joining part. Because of the muzzle on men's body, we have to move that joining part away from the center of the shoulder so that the seam will not rip off in the process of putting on the shirt and off. With this idea, so if I take this measurements now, I will have exact 2 inches. So can you see what I have? So that is 2 inches. And this is 2 inches. And at the end of the day, I will arrive at the shirt length measurement I'm working with, which is 34 inches. So this is the shirt length point, 34 inches. And this is the hem allowance, 2.5 inches, which makes it 36.5 inches. So this is the easiest method of making a male native shirt so far. While I still have my pattern folded like so, then I'll be constructing the back armhole. So all I need to do is come to this point. This is the midpoint. I measured 0.75 inward, if you have been following me closely. So here is a point, and as I said earlier, I said the back armhole will not be as deep as the front armhole. I use 0.75 to construct the front armhole, and I will be using half of an inch for the back. All I need to do is just subtract 0.75 from 0.5, and the answer is 0.25. So from here, I will take 0.25 inward, forward like this. Or is this forward, if I'm right? The 0.75 was taken towards the center front. Now I will be taking the 0.25 towards the side of the pattern. 0.25. The chest level still the same. Then I will construct the back armhole. So I want to note this point here. So this is the point, like so. So I will take this So can you see what I have? I'm making use of this point, very important. This point, point 2, and the chest point, point 3. So once I'm able to connect the 3 points together, I'm good in constructing the back armhole. So that is what I have. So then I can go ahead and construct the back armhole. So you can see the difference. The front armhole is deeper than the back armhole. With this, the armhole area will not squeeze. There will not be unnecessary excess around the armhole of the shirt. So this is what I have for the back armhole, and I will leave that aside. I'm not cutting now. So I will construct the neckline. In constructing the back neckline, I will still leave my pattern on fold like so. Then I will pick my curve ruler, then position it like so. Please, you have to put this place into consideration. This is the neck width point. So this point has to meet. So that is why I have the points marked on the back panel. So I will position my ruler in such a way it connects to this point. Okay, so just connection from this point to the center front. And of course, you know, you have to leave some values away. You have to move the curve away from the center front so that the neckline is not pointed at the center. So the curve is not starting exactly at the center point. So I will just position mine like so, just as if I want to complete the circle I have on the front neckline. So this is what I have for the neckline. So this is the back neckline and this is the back armhole. So the next step is to construct the side of the back pattern. So in which I will be transferring these lines on the back pattern paper. So just to have this point also on the back pattern, so that when I'm cutting out the fabric, I will know the point to place my notches. So that is just the importance of this. So if you don't have a tracing wheel, another way you can achieve this is just place your straight ruler on the line. Then extend this outward. Make sure the edges of your ruler align with the straight line you have on the pattern. Then just extend this outward. So you have the line already. Okay. So and this as well. The shirt length. Okay, then I will trace the side out. So far so good, the back pattern is ready, and the next step is to cut out the pattern. I will start cutting from the neckline, but before cutting the neckline, you have to confirm the measurement you have around the neckline. Okay, so just a confirmation. So here I have half of the neck circumference measurement I'm working with. In case you don't have the exact value you are working with, all you need to do is just adjust the curve. Adjust the curve as much as possible. So here is the center front. Okay, so this is the center front. I connected mine from here to here. So if I open this up and confirm these measurements from this place to this point, so that is 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. Okay, so all you need to do is just reduce this measurement. So let's assume I want to adjust my neckline just for the sake of this tutorial. You can see from here, from this point, I came up by half of an inch. I've subtracted half of an inch away from this value. So with this, I will be able to reconstruct the armhole, and I will have the exact value I needed. So this is not an issue if the neckline is more than what you are expected to have. All you need to do is just adjust it. So that is one of the importance of making use of a pattern drafting. It will help you to do your correction on paper before cutting out the fabric. Okay, so what I will advise is, if you are a beginner, you are trying this for the first time, after constructing your front neckline, don't cut it yet. Okay, don't cut it yet, just leave it. Let me see if I can find the circle I cut out from here. So we just leave it like so, have the drafting there. Then after drafting the back, that is when you will cut out the neckline, so that if the measurement is still much, you will just come to the neck width and bring it forward. Just subtract half of an inch from the neck width. So if you subtract half of an inch from the neck width, the measurement will reduce. So if you are getting value from this tutorial, once again, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know at the comment section. So the pattern is ready, and I can go ahead to cut this out. So to cut the neckline, Please, you are not cutting the two, you are not cutting like this. So you will have to open this and cut the neckline. It has to be opened. So this is just the part you are cutting out. Can you see what I have for the neckline now? So with his, the neckline will lay flat on the wearer. Okay, then I will be cutting out the armhole. So just to know the points before removing my pattern paper. You can see I did not open this up because I'm cutting this for the front and the back. So this has to be on fold when you are cutting. Then I will continue cutting on the back armhole I constructed. So now the upper part of the pattern is ready. As you can see, now I can separate the two patterns because I've traced out the sides on the back panel. But if you want to cut the two together, as I said earlier, make sure you use a stapler. So now I will be removing the front pattern. Can you see what I have? This is the back pattern and this is the front pattern. This is where the back pattern starts and this is where the front pattern starts. You can see this is the starting point for the front and this is the starting point for the back, and this is the midpoint. So you have to take note of all these points, especially when we are cutting out the fabric. Make sure you place notches on those points. So I'm tracing out the lines with my ruler so that I'll be able to cut this out properly. So now I've connected all the lines together, as you can see, and I'm ready to cut out the back panel. So here is the neckline for the back, the shoulder line, the armhole. You can see how long the armhole is. So this is because part of it will be together with the front panel. And here is the waist level, the hip level, the side seam, the shirt length. This is the shirt length, and here is the hem allowance. So far so good. We are done with the drafting of the male native shirt pattern. As you can see, here is the front and here is the back. So this pattern is for a male native shirt. I told you what makes this a native shirt is the lower part of the pattern. You can as well grade this to make a button down shirt and every other shirt, south, senator wear, and so on and so forth. So this is the point I will be stopping in this tutorial. And let's meet in the next video where I will be cutting this out on fabric, the construction, the sewing, how to attach the yoke, how to join the pieces together to construct a full male native shirt. So guys, I want to believe you've gotten values from this video. Kindly let me know at the comment section if you have, and also remember to subscribe to my channel. Till we meet in my next video, always do remember, there is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs.